a damn good time.
Podcast.
It's a damn good time.
Podcast.
It's a damn good time. Damn good time. Damn good time.
Podcast. Nailed it.
Yeah. We fucking awesome, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is the Damn Good Time Podcast.
Hit him with it.
Hitting you with it. We're back, man. We took a little hiatus.
A little bit.
Been about 2 weeks.
In about 2 weeks.
It's
Two of
just
them
been
sons of guns.
busy as fuck, though, dude.
I know. It ain't gonna stop. Won't stop. Can't stop.
Yeah, we got to keep on keeping on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Until you guys start giving us money, we have to have jobs and stuff. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I've been all over the fucking place.
You've been all over the place. My new job's been crazy. Getting it going. And, house project still trying to get that started and underway. So it's just
And we
a
still
lot.
have families and stuff, so on the weekends, it's like,
Right.
we got to do that.
Yeah.
You know? I was actually listening to a podcast today where it's famous people. Oh, no. They have
Mhm.
such big problems, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to that point one day so I can sympathize with them. But they were even saying, it's like, yeah, we have podcasts with like our good friends and our buddies so that way we can monetize hanging out.
Right.
So we have an excuse to do it. You know?
Right.
And even the one dude has a podcast with his wife. Actually, it's Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I think Mark Norman was on his podcast and like, it's like, yeah, sometimes you almost do like monetize hanging out with your wife. He's like, oh, you do that.
Yeah.
It's like, and Tom Segura's like, sometimes, you know, with everything going on and, you know, traveling and shows and this and that and the other, he's like, that's the most time we ever really spend together is when we get to come in and hang out in the podcast studio for a couple hours. And then it's like, well, I'm on the next flight. See you later.
Yeah. See ya. I'm out.
You know?
Gotta
So yeah,
do
we
this
need
show.
to monetize us hanging out.
Right.
And maybe we even figure out a way to do like another one with us and our wives or with our wives together or something.
Yeah.
Then we can monetize hanging out with our chicks, you know?
Somewhere down the road, or they can do one together or something, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. They could do one and me and you can like sit behind the scenes and produce it and just
Right.
crush beers and
Yeah.
watch them talk. Like, but yeah, dude, I've been fucking everywhere. I went Texas, West Coast, East Coast. So it was Texas, and then West Coast was San Diego, East Coast was Atlantic City, and then I was in for a couple days. And tomorrow I go to L.A., which I don't know when I'm going to get this one edited and out.
Yeah.
But currently in L.A., they're burning shit. So
Yeah.
that's fucking cool. Like, I can't wait to go there.
Right. Riots everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm going a little south. I'm flying into LAX and then heading south of LA to a place called Harbor City. It's by Hermosa Beach. I haven't seen any riots going on down there yet. So, should be cool.
Yeah, to stay out like the downtown areas, probably.
Yeah,
right?
but I kind of feel like, I don't know. It'd be different like if I cared about a cause enough. You know, because they're writing because of immigration and bullshit.
Mhm.
I guess ICE is hitting them hard and picking up a bunch of illegals and stuff, and they don't like that. So I've seen so many fucking videos of these, and it sucks because it's just, I want to sympathize for police, but I also fucking hate the cops. But I like what cops do. They're
Necessary.
we need them. And so these people are just trying to do their job. Like, yeah, no, sorry, but they're here illegally. We want to get them out of here. And then they're just driving down the road and dudes are throwing rocks through their fucking windows and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, holy fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I would be scared as shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, I didn't even arrest the guy, you know?
Right.
I was just here for support, and they arrested the guy. They were the ones being mean, and I was trying to do it nicely. Like, hey, come on, let's go back to your country. It's fine. Let's be nice. Let's hug it out before we go. You know, I'd have been nice, ICE guy. You know.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot behind that that I don't understand at all, and what's going on. You know, I'm not really paying attention to it because I'm just so busy with life in general. But
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I get it's a hot topic too. It's, you know, there's people who've been here for 20 years and now they're like, hey, you gotta go.
Yeah. Well, and it's also one of those things too, where like you said, I've been so busy, I'm not really up to speed on any of it, really. But I show up to work today, and I was like, yeah, like it's, you know, because they know I travel a lot, so some of the guys in the shop are always like, oh, hey, you in this week? I'm like, actually, I'm leaving tomorrow. Like, oh, where are you going this time? Like, LA. Like, good fucking luck. Like, what do you mean? Like, you haven't seen? I'm like, no, I haven't seen. And then, of course, because the phones listen to you, then on break, I'm like just scrolling through TikTok, and like every third video is the riots in LA. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, but there's a part of me that kind of wants to just go in, just like throw one Molotov. You know what I mean? When do you get a good chance in your life to just throw a fucking Molotov cocktail?
Throw a Molotov cocktail.
You know, or just push something over.
Yeah.
You know, even if like they're over there like beating up, you know, or something, or like trying to roll a car over, and you just like, guys, you know, you got to lift with your legs, and then and then you get that car over.
Scrawny boys go.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I got her.
Yeah, you get that car over, and you're like, all right, I'm glad I could help, but I got to go to work, guys. But good luck with your cause and your demonstration. And then I'll be leaked on. I'll go viral.
Yeah, lose your job. And
This big guy comes in, helps knock over the van, and I was like, really nice to everybody. Like, good luck with your cause. I hope you guys accomplish something here. Maybe this will be the new tide to turn for America. And then he just leaves. Like, who the fuck was that guy? And then like that's how I go viral. Like, hey, I see you got a boo-boo there. You need a Band-Aid?
Let
me get this first aid kit out for you. Stop with the rubber bullets, guys. This guy's bleeding. He's got a little boo-boo on his finger. You know, like.
Well, I do wonders for the podcast, not so much your career or anything else, but you know.
Well, maybe Steve is a humanitarian. We need to keep him on board.
Flipping cars over.
Well, just making sure they don't break their back while they're doing it.
They were already doing it. I was just trying to help, make sure they didn't.
Or maybe instead of me actually putting my hands on the car, I just go like, dude, no, yeah, you guys need to lift with your back, you know, or not with your back, lift with your legs.
Yeah,
not so much the back, do the legs,
no,
get under it. Like you need good form still. You know? It's like this fucking buff dad bod dude with the big old belly shows these people how to turn over a car. I'm like, I just want to make sure nobody gets hurt. That's all.
We're in a Cleveland Guardians.
yeah.
Definitely in Ohio, man. Coming in.
Yeah, that's Midwestern as fuck, dude.
She comes in and like, what are you guys doing? Lift
Hey,
your legs.
Come on now.
Haven't you ever flipped a car before?
I know. When you get in the moment, it's real exciting and your heart races and the adrenaline flows, but you still want to take care of your body.
Yeah.
You know? You don't want to have back problems when you're 60. Still want to be able to hold up your legal babies, your illegal immigrant grandchildren, and not be suffering. So lift with your legs, man, not with your back. But yeah, so I get to go there, maybe help out.
And just sit down like at a nearby restaurant on the patio, just eating food, watching. This is fun.
Yeah. Give me some fucking fish tacos and shit.
Fish tacos and a beer.
Shit. Oh, that guy just got faced.
Oh, we all want to see the chaos, right? It's just like anything. You want to see the chaos happening.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be part of it. I just want to view it.
Yeah, I love high charge moments. I don't like being physically in there and a part of it.
Right.
There's not too many times in my life where I've flipped that switch and went red, you know?
Yeah.
It's happened a couple times, but I like to think maybe it was duly so. But at that point, when you flip that switch and you go red, there's no real talking you out of it or anything, you know? There's no rationalizing.
No.
It's just, All right, let's see if we calm this person down. You know? So when I went to San Diego on a flight back, we got rerouted. We were heading to Atlanta, and we got rerouted to Augusta, Georgia, because there's a huge storm over Atlanta, and you can even see because you have the flight tracker on the little screen on your plane TV.
Yeah.
And you see, like, oh, why are we going south now? Why are we going over here? And then they come over the speaker and like, we got to go to Augusta because of storms. It's like, fuck. So we land in Augusta. We sit on the tarmac so they could refuel us. And then hopefully get back to Atlanta. They didn't deplane. So then it sucks because it was already a 5-hour flight.
Mm.
And they were sitting on a tarmac for about an hour and a half. And then we finally, instead of even letting us deplane and try to reroute us out of Augusta, we end up going to Atlanta, and everybody's connections are tight. Like when I landed in Atlanta, we landed at like 4:25, and I think my flight out of Atlanta was at 4:30. I'm like, I know I'm not making it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I know I'm already fucked. Whatever. But everybody else is like, my flight's getting out of here in 10 minutes. Mine's getting out of here in 8. So just wait your turn. And then, like, it was big. And they started, like, pushing through the aisle, too. Well, people are trying to get their bags out. They're, like, pushing. And, like, they got to get over the loudspeaker. Like, we haven't even opened the cabin doors yet. Just calm down. And so then there were these people. They were in my aisle. The guy and his wife were trying to get out and get their shit. And then this lady just keeps pushing at him. She's like, I got a tight connection. And the guy's like, we all have tight connections. Could you please just calm down? That's what he said. And she's like, you don't fucking talk to me like that. I ain't calming the fuck down. And he's like, whoa, no. She's like, no, you don't fucking talk to me like that, you motherfucker. And it just got nuts, dude. And I tried so hard. It was one of those things, like, because I could double tap my power button on my phone to get the camera up, and then I shake it to get it on first person view, and I hit to where, like, I'm there, and I hit video, and I started recording, but I caught the very tail end of it. I didn't get, like, the good excitement, you know? Right. Like, which I wish I would have got that. And then even fucking last night, so we went to the Guardians game yesterday. My brother-in-law's girlfriend got us tickets right on the third baseline. Such a great fucking scene, awesome sight. And as everybody's leaving the stadium at the end of the game, there was a line of traffic, and there's a crosswalk, and there's a guy and his family. So, like, a father, mother, and, like, 2 girls. And as they're going across the crosswalk, there was a car that was, like, inching forward. And he even, like, looked at him and was like, hey, just slow down, you know, like. And the guy starts chirping at him from the passenger seat. He's like, what, you want to get fucking 10 fucking feet and you can't let me cross the fucking road? And then his wife's like, calm down. Like, no, fuck you, motherfucker. They were, like, getting ready to fucking go, dude. It was so awesome. So awesome. And I was so ready to just, like, maybe try and get in between him and, like, break him up or, like, push somebody or something, you know? Just like interject a little bit.
You got your children, Bob. Calm down.
Yeah. But it was so fucking cool, dude. I love seeing those charged up fucking moments, man. Like,
yeah, don't really want to be a part of them because that's stressful. But then it's like,
yeah,
you know, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, and
sometimes it just happens.
And I try as much as I can to never be an aggressor. You know,
right?
Like, I don't like being that guy. I don't, like I said, I don't lose my shit very often.
Right.
But when I do, I got to be super provoked.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so fun watching other people get provoked and just watch them lose their fucking shit. It's like I even love whenever I see a lot of that on, like, my Instagram feed or, you know, any of my social media feeds. It's like, yeah, let's see these people fight.
You never know how crazy somebody is.
Yeah.
Until you take them to that level.
Yes.
And then sometimes it only takes like one word. And that person's going to match your crazy instantly.
Yeah.
And you just said the wrong thing to the wrong person. He's shitting on the hood of your car.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Because that's the other thing is, like, we all got our problems, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody does day-to-day life. And that fucking sucks for the most part. you know, you got a job, and I hear some people say like, well, if you have money, you don't have to worry. No, you still you have obligations. You got people emailing you like, hey, why aren't the stocks up quarterly? Blah 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 blah. And you know, some of that is more money, more problems.
Yeah.
You know, but still, people, you don't know who pissed him off already earlier today.
Well,
you know, that guy probably woke up, got breakfast for his wife and his girls. Like, yeah, we're going to the Guardians. It's gonna be a great day. And like he might be fighting with them. Like, we don't even want to go. I don't even like baseball. I'm like, no, put your fucking phones down. Let's go.
I wanted pancakes, not French toast.
Yeah. Okay, let's just get to the game. Let Dad crush a couple beers. Let's get a couple dogs. Watch a Guardians win. Fantastic. And then that dude just like inches at him. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't kick my wife and children, but I can kick the fuck out of you, dude. Like,
You walk by the bathroom, 2 bathrooms. Girls, you gotta go to the bathroom? No. Get all the way down to their seats or all the way up on their seats.
Yeah.
Nosebleed, whatever it is. They sit down. Down here to the bathroom.
Hey, get up so I can get by. I'm like, motherfucker. And now I got to worry about you because you're going to the bathroom, and I'm not going to walk with you because I trust you because you're old enough, but I still got to worry about you. If you're not back in like 10 minutes, I'm going to freak the fuck out. You know, like,
this is not good.
Yeah, dude. So sometimes you just don't know what the fuck people are going through.
Yeah. And then you're inching at him like,
Yeah.
And he's like, if you hit with my children, I will murder you.
Yeah. You're fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
Dead. Yeah. And then the guy, after they were arguing and shit, the guy literally made it like 10 feet and then was stuck in traffic too. So it's like, I do agree with the dad on this one. Like, we're just trying to go across the fucking crosswalk.
Yeah.
Like, we were not even like they were jaywalking or anything. They're in a crosswalk. Traffic's fucking stopped. Just hang out for a second, bro.
Yeah.
Just hang the fuck out. Calm the fuck down.
If they're in the crosswalk, like, go ahead and hit me.
Yeah.
You want to pay that?
Yeah.
You want to get sued?
I'll sue the fuck, dude.
I'll sue you back all up and down. Get it out of here.
But yeah, dude, that's a little bit of what I've been up to. You got anything else going? You got anything going on?
All kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah,
but nothing that exciting, I guess. But just trying to get the house shit going on, get that construction done, which is going to be big and beautiful.
They got a break ground date yet, or?
We're probably still a month out.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but that's just things take time,
Yeah.
We're hoping to be already under construction, but it's just not how it works.
Right.
Never everything you want to speed up is going to be slow. So that's all right, though. I'm trying to think if there's anything else major going on, but I don't have a whole lot. But it just feels like I've been so busy that I got a lot. But it's not. I'm just loving right now my 3 3/4 kids.
Yeah.
3 and almost 4 coming on, in September. They're starting to just talk up like crazy, just talking.
Become their own little fucking people, dude.
Their own little people.
That's the best time.
It's fun, and I haven't talked about them in a while, but it's just like Charlotte's so sassy.
Yeah.
And she just tells Jack off all the time.
Yeah.
That's funny. Tells Jack. She tells
Jack off.
She's like, hey, you go play. You go play. I'm like, I'll stop, and he'll put 1,000-yard stare at her like, what'd you say to me?
Bitch.
What'd you say to me?
What the fuck you talking about?
And then he'll run across the room, and I'm like, no. He's about ready to wind up.
Just give her a cold cocker
yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
You don't tell me what to do.
But he's a sharer, and he shares, and he cares, and but don't you sit there and talk smack to me.
Yeah, and it's a sibling thing for sure.
Yeah.
Because both my boys, they're, like you said, shares and cares.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a lot of hassle, a lot of flack from them at school being unruly or shit. My youngest, he's fucking straight A student. He's been on honor roll all year. And at the end of the year, whenever, like the last 3 weeks of school, they didn't do shit. They already got their testing done. It's like, why the fuck are you guys even here? You know? And the teacher called my wife and said that he's being unruly. He's kind of bullying kids, and like it's weird. It's because it's not what the kind of kid he is. And she even asked, like, is there something going on at home that we need to know about? Like, no, motherfucker. I think what the problem is you guys aren't keeping him entertained.
Yeah.
I think he's fucking bored. You're putting on movies. You're doing this. You're doing dumb shit. You're not even like, he's not. When you would say like, write this in cursive or what the fuck ever. Do your English workbook. Do this. Do that. He's spot on. But once you leave him to his own devices, he's gonna get ornery. You know,
Yeah.
like anybody the fuck would.
Yeah.
It's like, no, nothing the fuck's going on at home. like I just don't think he's. I don't think he's being challenged right now. Like he's fucking bored, dude.
Yeah.
Like give him something to do.
Keep him busy. And that's how the last week of school is. They just shut it down. They're like, "Oh, we're done. We're done. It's over. You don't really have to be here if you don't want to." And it's like,
yeah, but if you don't show up, you're gonna get truancy officers called on you. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah. But so I'm just bringing my kids in there so you can show them movies
Yeah,
and like not do anything.
yeah. You can basically tap out of your job like they're tapping out of school,
And
and they're like,
and we're not saying the teaching's not a hard job or anything
Yes.
like that. So we apologize to any teachers listening, but it's just, yeah, no, you got to keep them doing something,
right.
or give them some more kickball to play.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember as a senior, there was like the last 2 weeks of school, you didn't do shit. And you're supposed to like job shadow or like, which I think they're trying to pawn you off, like go to work with mom and dad for the last 2 weeks or something,
Yeah.
job shadow something. And so I didn't have anything to do, so I went and hung out with, it was Mr. Kennett, R.I.P., man. I went and hung out in his math class. And he just let me grade papers. So then it was kind of funny because, like, it was kind of funny to grade these papers of all these underclassmen. It's like, I know this guy. And like, oh my God, you're fucking stupid, dude. There was a little insight. It's kind of cool being the paper grader. It's like, oh my God, you didn't get this? How did you not get this? I thought you were smarter than that, bro. Like, oh, this bitch is dumb. It was kind of cool just seeing like how much these people suck at stuff, and then you see others like, holy fuck, you're like the weird burnout, like everybody thinks is a loser and shit, and you just aced that the fucking straight A kid couldn't get. Like maybe we need to figure out a way to apply you in something else because you're a lot smarter. Either that or you cheated. Either way, you won.
Yeah.
Like.
And I was always pretty good at math, but I didn't like strive to do better in math.
Yeah.
Like, so I took the easier courses. I remember like I never tried to be like jump ahead. So like when I got to high school, I just like elected for like the dumb math.
Yeah.
To start off with. And I had a bunch of seniors in there that were really dumb.
Yeah.
And I could just like solve every problem like nothing. So I ended up my career in just Algebra 1.
Yeah.
With Mr. Kennett. And it was like,
Yep.
and I was in there with like a lot of freshmen and like younger people because it was just like, that's how they started out.
Smart ones. Yeah.
But I could just like, I'd be half taking a nap on the desk. Could be like, Cody! I'm like, He's like, what's Angelus? I'm like, 18. And he was like,
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Why don't you try harder?
And that's even like I was never an all-star at math, but I was decent enough. I think I went to Algebra 2 through high school. Geometry I hated, but I hated that teacher. That teacher didn't know how to fucking teach. That was
Right.
Mrs. Newell. Fuck that bitch. Hate her.
Yeah, I think Kennett, he liked me.
Kennett was fucking dope, dude.
He was, I think he was a little bit mad at me because he knew I could go higher.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to go higher. And I'm like,
You knew you could do better, but didn't want to apply. You didn't care.
well, I was like, this is my last year. And this is the math
Yeah.
I'm doing. And that's all I need to do. And it's just like, okay. But I get like A or B in the class. And it's just like, well, math was one of my best grades. It just held it
Yeah.
up. So,
So I think it's nuts then when I went to college, which was culinary school. So it's not like I went to fucking Harvard or anything, Like I didn't go to fucking college. I went to a community college to get a 2-year culinary degree. But you get placed. And so I went in and I took a test and like, you can go into Algebra 2. Everybody else is doing pre-algebra. I'm like, yeah. And then their Algebra 2 was basically the pre-algebra that I did in high school.
Yeah.
And so I just showed up, and it was always, and during that fucking quarter was sick because I had classes Monday through Thursday. I got nothing scheduled on Friday, and the only thing I had Thursday was Thursday morning algebra, and the teacher in there knew I was decent at it. I was like, "Can I just do this fucking workbook and leave?" She's like, "Yeah." So I sat down and just did hard press the workbook for a couple days, and then gave it to her. I'm like, I don't have to come back to this class ever again, right? And she's like, nope, you pass. so now my quarter turned into Monday through Wednesday. So I drive back home on Thursday, and I worked at Pizza Hut in Bolivar. And tried to hang out with this fucking bitch that didn't love me. I kept going home for a fucking cunt that broke up with me and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I should have just been staying down at college and getting some of that pussy.
Should have. Idiot.
You live and you learn, man.
No, it's just I was always decent enough at it that I could, but I was in easy classes, so
Yeah.
I'd be at the top, one of the ones on the top of the leaderboard if they did grading and stuff like that. I mean, there were some people that would always be a little bit smarter than me because they shouldn't have been in that class either.
Yeah.
Even if they were younger, they shouldn't have been in that class either. They were just too smart as a young kid. But
Sometimes when you're that young, it's hard to fast forward you so much.
Right.
Like, well, we have to have you start here.
And I wasn't trying that hard either. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, well, still, I'm going to make mistakes. But
Yeah. Do I need to go to Algebra 2 to pass? No.
no,
Keep me in Algebra 1.
I'm like, well, honestly, Algebra 1, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to college. And I got nobody pushing me to do anything
Yeah.
more than what I'm doing. I'm going to be getting a D or F in English or
Yeah.
history because I don't give an F about that.
Yeah.
So I need this A to bring up my GPA.
Yeah. Which I also think is crazy is like, I never used geometry once in my life until I was probably about like 36 years old.
Yeah.
And I got in the oil field and I had to start figuring out volumes of cylinders and I had to start figuring out this and I had to start figuring out some other shit. And so it's like, oh, this fucking makes sense because it's practical. But geometry in high school is just like, it's a fucking circle. What is it? What size is it? I'm like, I don't care. Why would this be practical? You know?
Yeah.
But when you
ever
actually
gonna use this?
when you actually have to fucking use it, it's like, oh, yeah, I know I need to fill up this test unit with like 600 gallons of water because the stack of valves I'm testing has, 7.5-inch bore by 13 foot tall, and I need, X amount of gallons to fill it up with fluid, so I know I need to take that much. Like, this fucking makes sense.
And that's when you go to Google AI now.
Yeah. But then again, I did go. It wasn't the AI fact, but it was Google because somebody was like, "How many gallons of water do you think we need to fill that frac stack?" I'm like, "I don't know." How do you find the volume of a cylinder? So I Googled, how do you find a volume of a cylinder? It's length times pi r squared.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh shit, we know the length. We know make sure they're all in inches instead of feet or whatever. Beep, boop, 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 calculator. Yeah, we need like 300 gallons for that frac stack. Our truck will hold 600, so we only need to fill it halfway, but let's fill it 3/4 just in case. So God, that's actually not that fucking hard now that I don't have some bitch trying to teach it to me. You know?
They're not teaching you in any practical fashion. Like,
Yeah.
what if you're on this place and you need to figure out how much liquid gets dispelled? What if you're in the movie Die Hard?
Yeah.
And you got to figure out how to transfer water between containers or a bomb's going to explode. Now everybody's in, hey, what?
Yeah.
Die Hard? Huh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
One, it's dumb shit too, because they never really explain to you why you would ever use this.
Mm.
And now that I'm a homeowner, it's like, oh man, I'd love to recarpet this room. I wonder how much that's going to cost.
Yeah, what's my square footage of this room?
Yeah, they don't tell you that. Like square footage, length times width, just times it by, and then it's your square footage. Like, why would I ever need that? Well, one of these days you're gonna have a house, and you might want to order some fucking carpet.
Right.
And you know, like carpet's like, you know, the cheap shit's probably like $1 something a square foot, and the expensive stuff's like $5 a square foot. So you want to be able to budget without having having to pay somebody to come in and give you a thing. You could just pace it out and get a rough estimate. Like that's gonna be $200. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Square footage rules. I get it. Like,
yeah.
Completely fucking understand that now.
You understand the price of this or price of that? Like, oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, makes sense.
And that's even like, I'm trying to. My oldest hates fractions, which everybody fucking hates fractions. They're stupid, but they're necessary.
Right.
And so we're doing measurements. My my garage door springs just broke, which sucks. So now I had to like hulk my fucking garage door open just to get the cars out so that we get out of the fucking house. and then put it back down so that nobody's breaking in now. God help them if they try to break in. They're going to have to lift that huge ass fucking garage door. But so you have to measure the springs and get like the fractions and like figure out the spring size and the diameter and the length and stuff. And I told Henry, he's like, so look at this tape measure. You see how like that's an inch. There's a middle mark that'll be half and then quarter. I'm like, this is why fractions are kind of important.
Right.
You do need a basic of an understanding of them. The shit that they have you do in school probably sucks. It's probably a little excessive, but at least try to understand it, you know?
Yeah.
Because it'll help you so much.
It can be broken down to a number, but it's still it's good to know.
But I'm still fucking dumb. I'm one of those guys that, like, I know how to read a tape measure, but I don't know. Like, some people look at a tape measure and, like, you know, like, obviously the inches are inches, and then you have, like, the bigger line will be your half, and then the smaller ones are 3/4, and then even smaller than that's eighth, and then even smaller than that's 16ths. But I can't just sit there and see if it's, like, past a quarter, like, one small line past the quarter. I still have to be like, okay, that's 16th, so I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 16ths. You know? Like, I have to count it out. There's so many people that I know that could just like, yeah, that's 16/32. Well, that's half inch. Never mind. But like, that was a bad example. That was a bad example. Like that's a
good try though.
That's 17/32.
I mean,
like,
you weren't wrong if it was.
Yeah. That's 17/32. Like you can tell that you don't have to count them all out. I guess I don't know. I have to.
Probably counting down from the next line or something. Cause
or they saw the half inch. They know that's 16/32. They add one.
I'd have to do the same thing. I just go, that's the third line back from that line. Okay, go.
Yeah.
But I'm not spouting out the size.
Right, yeah. I got to think about it for a second.
Yeah. But I don't use a tape measure. If you use a tape measure all the time, like you're in woodwork or something, you're going to know right away. But
there was one time I felt like such a fucking idiot because, like I said, I know how to read a tape measure.
Right.
And I was doing a measurement, and there's a guy looking over my shoulder, and I was like, yeah, it's just a little bit over that small mark past the half inch. And like, what? Because they were watching, and then I got anxiety because they were watching me too. You know, like it's different if you're just like, yeah, that's 3/4, right? Oh, I don't know, yeah, it's definitely fucking 3/4 or something. Like, but when somebody's looking over your shoulder, you're like, it's by that line. It's by that line. We just measured out to that line. That's it. Like, that's all we got to do.
So when you give a fake sneeze,
yeah.
What is that? Hang on, I got buggers. I got buggers. Look at it.
Oh shit! Actually, the best would be like, hey man, you might want to back off here. I just farted.
Get away from me.
It felt hot. It's probably gonna be bad. Just go stand over there for a minute, and you're like, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11. It's 11/16.
Let's get you a tape measure with all of it listed on there.
So yeah, they make some of them that do have that.
The digital ones now too. That you just like rip it, and it's like, and you bring it back, and it just tells you.
Yeah. The worst is whenever like when you get the fraction or you get a decimal and you have to convert that. It's like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what this decimal means in fractions. 0.5, obviously half, you know, 2.5 quarter, you know, but some of this other shit like 0.625, I think that's 3/8. 5/8? I don't know. But
No,
like
I
some
know.
people just know that shit off the top of their fucking head. I'm like, how the fuck? How autistic are you, bro?
Can't know everything about everything. All right,
yeah.
it's just not gonna happen. Tape measures. I'll hit him with his halves, his quarter inches, whatever, 3/4 easy. But in between, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's 3 dashes down from 3/4.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me like 10 seconds to count it out, you know?
Yeah. And if we need to cut that precise, what are we doing anyways? What job are we on?
Yeah.
And why am I measuring? Because that's the last thing you want. You come measure, I'll cut. I don't know.
I had my father-in-law, and I think it's because my father-in-law has been a carpenter by not necessarily trade, but by hobby. He built his own house, you know, built garages. He helped us build our old garage out at the Johnstown Roadhouse. And it's like, I know how to measure, and I think he knew I know how to measure, but he just knew he could do it faster.
Yeah.
So a lot of time when we're measuring shit, he's like, here, you take the dummy end. I'm like, the dummy end? He's like, yeah, you don't need to like read anything. You just hold it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yes, give me the dummy end. I'll hold it. You read it. You know, I'll let
Yeah.
I'll let you do that faster than me. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But I also I had to do rear brakes on the Civic.
Mm-hmm.
I had a caliper hanging up on the driver's side rear, and then I just needed new pads and rotors all around. And I had my oldest help me with it, and he did like 80% of the work.
I know. We talked about this not long ago. That hard work is paying off now.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. He can mow the grass. He can weed eat.
That's what we talked about before.
Yeah, he can weed eat now. I don't trust him with the edges on the sidewalk. I like to make sure that they're nice and good and crispy.
Yeah.
I take pride in my edge work. But now he could do fucking brakes, dude. It's so sick. I mean, you know, I still helped him out, or if he had a hard bolt brake or something, or there's a couple on the one side where it was really hard to the caliper bracket. It was really hard to get the bolt started.
Yeah.
So I had to get down there and I got the 2 bolts started for it. I'm like, all right, they're in there. Just tighten it up. He just go to town. Dude's fucking strong too. Because he'd put torque on them. And he's like, all right, they should be tight. I'm like, let me check. And I go to I figure I'll give it like a little another 1/8 of a turn or something, give it a little extra snug. And he's got them bitches tight, dude. Like, bro's turning into a fucking man.
Yeah. That's we talked about it before. It was just like he's pounding them poles in for us. And
Yeah,
like, all right.
Yeah, now he can do brakes. So if you have any brakes done on your car, dude, come on over. Hank will do them.
Well, sorry.
I don't see what the big deal was.
Yeah, that's what the big deal was. Sissies.
Which is crazy, too, because, like, I'm trying to figure out his thing.
Yeah.
Like, he seems to have passion in a lot of things. He seems to want to learn, especially a lot of practical things. He hates schoolwork, which very much like me whenever I was his age. But I at least had a discipline enough to just get the fucking schoolwork done.
Right.
Because there's more than that out there. But he just doesn't have the discipline to, like, really buckle down and make sure he gets decent grades.
It's a lot of distraction for him now, though, too. Because
Yeah.
of the cell phone and
Yeah.
the internets. I mean, we had internets, but it wasn't until I had to say internets because it's fun to just say internets. It's like saying
Getting on that damn their internets.
yeah, it just seems like the hillbilly way of saying it.
It's an old person way of saying things.
You want them internets?
My father-in-law worked at Timken.
Mm-hmm.
He still calls it Timkins.
The S added to things just as fun.
I worked at Red the
It's just
Steakhouse.
fun.
I worked at Red the Steakhouse in Cleveland, and I had so many old people that were like, you know, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandparents who were like, "Oh, you're working at the Reds?" No, it's Red the
It's Red.
Steakhouse. It's
Just
not
Red.
plural. There's only one. Well, there's more now, but they still don't call them plural.
Yeah.
It's Red the Steakhouse. Oh, the Reds. Yeah, I'm working at the Reds, Grandma.
Yeah.
You know, like-
This is older people always put an S on things,
Yeah.
and I think it's just fun.
yeah, and we're getting on the internets. Oh, and I do that to my kids all the time. Like, oh, you guys playing the Fortnites?
It's
just Fortnite.
Yeah.
There's not even a the there. It's like, oh, you're getting on the Fortnite with
kinda-
your friends?
And I think the old people were doing it too. Just like give
Just
you a
to-
little tweak in
yeah.
your neck. Like, yeah.
Just to
that's-
fuck with you.
yeah, just a little bit like, I already know what that is, you dumb bitch. But yeah, just give you a little tweak in your neck. Like, what? What?
Your eye twitches a little bit. Like, yes.
You washing the dishes?
Washing. Yeah. Washing them at the creek. That's another one that my grandma always did. I think this was an old person thing. Instead of like Tuesday, it was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, we're gonna go to the grocery store on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday? What the fuck? It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday. It's not Sunday. Sunday.
Well, I think it was like some of it was like the hillbilly
Yeah.
coming out of them, and then some of it was just like it was maybe a fun little thing they did back in the day, and they just never stopped. You know what I mean? Like their parents did it because it was just fun.
Yeah, and their parents were probably straight immigrants and shit too, so they didn't really have a good grasp of the English language in the first place. So they just copied what they learned, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Wednesday, and you added the S to you made everything plural,
Made everything plural. Yeah.
and they had weird words for things like, and I think this probably happened like margarine, you know, basically fake butter. My grandma would always call it oleo.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the oleo out of the fridge. We need the oleo. Get bread and the oleo out. She also called a fucking and I don't know where this one comes from, but my entire life I thought that a green bell pepper, was a mango. Because my grandmother called them mangoes. Get the green mangoes. We're gonna put green mangoes in there. We're gonna have this with onions and mangoes. I'm like, what the? So I just thought. And then I realized like a mango is a fruit, like a completely opposite fucking fruit. So I have no clue where that one came from at all. But green peppers were mangoes, dude. Like,
are peppers considered fruit too, or something weird like that too? I don't know. It's all weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tomato's considered a fruit, right? Because it's got seeds.
tomato is, and it's something about the acidity or something.
I thought it's how they grow, right? But tomatoes and peppers are the same.
Oh, green bell pepper is a fruit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Peppers are fruit because of how they grow.
Contain tiny seeds in the middle and grow from the flower of the pepper plant.
Yeah.
So it's one of those fruits that are treated like a vegetable because they're not like sweet or whatever.
There's so many things that are actually fruits that are not considered vegetables because of a seed in a pit and stuff like that.
Or like a green bean isn't actually a bean; it's a legume or some shit.
Yeah.
Like me and Dutton got on this huge text thread. He's like, "Did you know that green beans aren't actually beans?" So we started this whole green bean conspiracy thing.
There's so much weird stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that peppers have like a hot jalapeno pepper or even a habanero has way more vitamin C than an orange does.
Yeah.
Like by far. Peppers have more vitamin C than an orange does. So you'd be better off eating a pepper because of their porous nature of their skin.
Yeah. I also imagine it's probably easier to be like, no, eat an orange.
Oh yeah, it's easier to tell kids.
Yeah.
Get your vitamin C from oranges or
You
anybody.
need vitamin C, eat a fucking orange, dude.
Yeah, don't go eat you a raw jalapeno pepper right now.
By the way, there's a dude I work with. I'm not gonna shout his name out. He's an older guy and he's a little on the like secretive kind of side. Very quiet dude. But all through COVID, he never got COVID once. Never vaxxed, never boosted, never nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Never COVIDed at all. But that motherfucker would eat an orange, and still does, every single fucking day. And I don't think he's ever called off work for sick. I think I maybe see him have a sniffles a couple times. And that's it. But he eats, fuck that apple a day shit. or maybe he eats an apple too. I didn't ask him what he ate before he showed up. But he has an orange at work every fucking day, dude. It's like there's something to that. Just that, and like you said, it's not as much as a pepper, but like just getting that good vitamin C in there daily, dude.
Yeah.
There's got to be something to that because that dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong, oranges are high in vitamin C, so eat your oranges too. But
yeah,
I think a hotter pepper, the hotter the pepper gets, the more the vitamin C gets. Or it's something weird like that.
Yeah.
It's something weird that like the vitamin C goes in with that capsaicin or something.
it's actually
I don't
kind
know.
of fucking funny just sit there and rock a poblano every day. It's like an apple.
What's up, guys?
Just get my vitamin C, dude. Poblanos. I know you said peppers. Maybe I don't know if it's.
I don't know if bell peppers have as much of an orange, but I think it's more like the hotter peppers, like a jalapeno. A fresh jalapeno.
Maybe you switch it up. When do you have a Hungarian wax?
Hungarian wax.
Yeah, get a little fucking. Oh, I got some Thai bird chilies today. You know,
He does.
just seeing it up, dude.
Yeah.
Just get my
Yeah.
C on. Try to stay healthy as shit.
The Spanish folks, they're eating the oranges and
Yeah.
the peppers, so I don't know. Are they getting sick? I don't know.
That's what I was just trying to think. Like, I'm sure they probably still get the flu and stuff, maybe. But I've worked with a lot of Hispanic people, and I don't know them to call off work too much.
Right.
You know?
Right. Not sure down south. I mean, I didn't hear of the Mexico getting really messed up by the whole COVID thing. Besides
yeah.
what we did. So I don't know.
You heard about Italy a lot. You heard Italy was wrecked. There's stacking bodies and blah blah blah, and like UK was on shutdown and blah blah blah, and like, and even like the Asians, like China, Japan, they were flying drones through the city to make sure nobody was out and shit. Like I didn't hear. It's like, oh yeah, Mexico.
No,
They locked them down.
we got a whole bunch of shit bad here anyways. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful places in Mexico, but like
they're just fucking durable people, dude.
I think so. But yeah, anyways,
So,
how do we always wrap back to COVID? It's like no matter what now. It's
I don't know, but
life just wraps back to it.
yeah, the old pandy. Well, it's fucked us up for a while, man.
Mm-hmm. Hot minute.
It's crazy, believe it. We're getting out of it, but there's still effects that I see.
We're years removed, but it just feels like it's
it's
still
funny.
hit us.
I heard somebody talk about something like, yeah, because after COVID, then it was like the long COVID. Like, yeah, you don't have COVID anymore, but your lungs are still full of shit. Like I was fucked up for about 3 to 4 months after I tested negative. I just kept coughing, and I still always had shit in my lungs. Like, oh, you must have the long COVID. But I started hearing people talk about things about like, oh, that's an effect of long COVID. And I got one example is at Bueller's in Philly. So anybody that's listening outside of Philly that doesn't know what the fuck Bueller's is, it's a grocery store. And you don't take your cart of groceries out to the car. When you check out, they put them in bins, and then they put them on a conveyor belt. You go get in your car, and then you drive your car up to the conveyor belt, and they load it into your car. But that being said, during COVID, when you or any normal time, once you're done with your cart, you still have to put it back into the line. But during COVID, you didn't put it back. You didn't stack it back. Somebody had to stand there and wipe them all down. They had to disinfect them and then put them back in the stack for the people to come in and grab them.
It's a bougie ass grocery store.
So now, but now every time you go into fucking Bueller's, there's nobody standing there collecting the carts anymore because they don't have to wipe them down. But nobody puts them the fuck back. Like that one there in Philly, you know where the flower stand is?
Yeah.
There's always like 4 fucking carts sitting there because people got so used to just like, well, no, I'm supposed to leave them here. I'm not supposed to put them in the line.
Right.
I'm not supposed to put them back on the train. Like, I'm just leaving them here, and they put them away, right? Like,
I see a lot more.
That's a fucking long COVID effect there at Bueller's, and I fucking
see a lot
hate it.
more carts in the parking lot too now. Like,
Yeah,
there's always one out there. But I see people also that are taking them out and taking them back in because they don't want to go through that line and wait. They're just like, I just want to go unload my groceries and I'll walk that extra little bit to bring my cart back. I don't care.
And I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Because there are times whenever I know I gotta go on a trip, so I take my toolbox luggage with me, my backpack, all my shit from work, and it's in the back seat of my car. I got a big fucking subwoofer in the trunk of my car, so I don't have room in the trunk to put groceries. So if I'm getting shit, I want to make sure I put it where I want it. And when you go through that line, it's harder to explain to people like, can you put some of this in the front seat? Maybe put some of this in the back seat, and maybe like, oh, come around the other side, put it on this side because it's more open. So I'll walk the cart out, but I take it the fuck back.
Yeah.
But I still think it's crazy that because of fucking COVID, people just leave their carts right there. They don't put them back into they don't make them dock together and shit. Because that happened 5 years ago now.
Yeah, a lot of long-term effects.
Yeah, long COVID shit, dude.
Long.
We're dealing with that fucking long COVID now.
Beep, 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 beep. Was anything else you had or you want to talk about?
Nothing too crazy. Maybe touch on the Browns a little bit.
Go Browns.
I heard they're doing the OTAs now, and I heard Schroeder Sanders is showing the fuck up.
Well, there's been some different things with that.
Yeah.
There's been some. So far,
I haven't dug too deep, but I've heard some decent stuff.
So far from official reports, and there's not actually ever official reports, but
right
from the people in the know, they're saying Joe Flacco has won the starting job over Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Kenny Pickett's never been good.
They're not carrying forward to start. No. Who they letting go?
Basically what you had Joe Flacco versus Kenny Pickett to who's going to start.
Yeah.
Who's going to get you more touchdowns? Joe Flacco.
Who's your starting, and then who's their better rookie, basically, is what's going to happen, right?
We'll probably let Kenny Pickett go at some point in time.
Yeah.
I would imagine. And then we start with Joe Flacco, and then you keep the two rookies to learn from Joe Flacco.
For the life of me right now, I can't think of the other guy's name, and he got drafted higher than Schroeder Sanders.
Gabriel. Yeah, he doesn't get the hype or the news,
but he's like
Gabriel something. But anyway, so out of that, it looks like
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. Out of that, it looks like currently Shador's winning, but we have a contract with Deshaun, so yeah, how do you keep all these quarterbacks?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the locker room's going to look more like Joe Flacco starting.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson not doing a thing.
Just sitting there, just getting paid.
There. Maybe he's
being the luckiest man on earth.
Maybe he's having a relationship with Sanders. I don't know.
Just getting massages and collecting money.
Maybe hopefully he requests a trade out. I don't know. So, but I could see both rookies staying on, and Joe Flacco's our QB to start out.
And then I think I wanted to bring us up on a previous podcast because this is out of date now. But was it Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens, that kicker?
Mm-hmm.
He just got let go because of inappropriate massages. And I think that the Cleveland Browns have the chance to do the funniest fucking thing in the world and bring him on as a kicker now. We've got the massage boys.
The massage boys.
Team Rub and Tug.
Yeah, well. I don't know what they'll do.
But I'm sorry, that was a joke.
It'll be an interesting year.
I also heard Judkins is fucking looking dope in his practice.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, because it's practice, right? So
yeah,
every rookie quarterback gets hyped up so hard in practice.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Sanders is fired up, and I watch him throw a 15-yard pass. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who cares? He's not bombing it down the field.
Right. He's not reading a real defense yet. Yeah. He's not.
Sanders came up there as I saw one TikTok. Sanders comes with Flacco. He's like, you know this dance? And Flacco's like,
No.
I've never broke a dance in that zone.
I
I just walked away.
think I saw the exact same video. It's like,
Like-
he's like, check this out. You like that? He's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like,
Get away from me, kid.
this isn't what the sport's about, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Doing your little Fortnite dance.
Yeah. Which is probably somewhat of a joke, but
Yeah.
it's just like old man Flacco. But no. So I mean, I hope we start with Flacco because that makes the most sense. And then
Yeah.
you let the rookies learn off of him, and put them in when we're either getting blown out or we're blowing somebody out. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll be interesting. And then Deshaun just awkwardly in the background going, "I'm still making millions. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
That's insane.
I'll never play
I wish
football again for anybody else." But
I wish I could be bad at my job and get paid a ton of money.
yeah, I mean,
I heard-
you can't bring Joe Flacco back and ever play Deshaun Watson again. You just can't. And he has to know that. Like, you just cannot play him.
I heard once again, official reports or whatever, but I heard Watson was coming back with some attitude. Now I haven't heard much about it after that initial report.
Yeah.
So, but there was a little teeny tiny little bit of hype, like right after the draft, right before they really got in the OTAs and shit. That Deshaun Watson wants to come back with force. It's like,
You got your
that'd be cool, man. I'm not gonna hate you for it, but I still don't think you're the guy.
If somebody was like, "Hey, would you take $200 million to fuck up your job for the rest of your life, but you got $200 million and go lay down?"
Yeah,
They're like, "Yeah,
want
sure.
that.
What the fuck? Yeah."
yeah, I'll take that payday.
Wait, so I don't have to be good at my job anymore?
Oh,
no.
And you mean people are gonna talk shit about me on the internet when I'm wiping my tears from my eyes with my money?
With my
Cool,
$100
man.
bills?
Fuck yeah, dude! I'll do that all goddamn day. Somebody pay me to do that right now.
Yeah. So, I just once you hire Joe Flacco back in, you can't put Deshaun Watson field because if Deshaun does anything wrong, that entire fan base is gonna boo him
Turn on you real
and
quick.
is gonna be like, "Get this bum off the field, get Joe Flacco back out." So
Yeah.
he's done.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I think that's the last little bit tidbit I wanted to talk about. You got anything else?
I got nothing else.
All right. Well, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you have yourself a damn good time?
I had a damn good time, Steve. Did you have a damn good time?
I had myself a damn good time. We're sorry we missed you guys for a couple weeks, and we hope you missed us too. But we're working on some scheduling things, and hopefully we'll be able to keep more consistent. But if not, sorry, we got shit to do. We got jobs and
We're
stuff.
back when we're back.
Yeah,
Get over it.
and but we'll still keep coming on and coming out for you. So that being said, click like and subscribe, do all the things. We hope you guys had yourselves a damn good time. I love you guys, and I love you, Cody.
Love you.
And we'll see you soon.
Catch you on the flip side.
Peace out.